Hi, my name is Johnley, and welcome to an unhinged recap of Heartstopper Season 1. Now, before we gobble into this video, I need to have some pretext. I need to give you guys some information as to what and where and why and who and whomst is happening. First of all, this idea came from one of the most iconic, legendary, show-stopping cultural icons of our generation here in YouTube channel Mike's Mike, or if you guys would like to call him, if you guys are friends of him, call him Mike's Mick.
I'm not your enemy, I'm your hero. Cheer up.
He did the appropriately unhinged recap of Pretty Little Liars season, all of the seasons, and Gossip Girl 1 and 2, and you know what? Man slayed, and he served a magnitude 9.9 on the Richter scale. People are shaking to the core. Like, this is a cultural phenomenon that we are watching. And guys, when you see something good, you want to produce a similar thing, a similar goodness. And here we are, like, oh, I was trying to rap I Spice, but girl, bye. We're out here. I am not off the rapping game. I'm sorry, but like, they need rappers like me. They need rappers like me. What's the title of that song? What's the title of that rap? Originally, I was not gonna do this for Heartstopper first. I was gonna preserve it for K-dramas because people have been asking me left, right, center, up and down, and the fourth dimension, but you can't see that. Like, Johnley, what good Korean dramas recommendation that you have? And listen, I have... How many do I have? I have 4 that I swear by. So I was initially gonna go for those, but we're gonna start with baby steps because, and this is the perfect reason why I'm gonna do Heartstopper, because Heartstopper is only 8 episodes, around 20 minutes each. So I've written some notes. Boom, that's only for episode 1, not even up to episodes 2 to 8. And what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna watch the Heartstopper, because the thing is, I've watched Heartstopper when it came out 9 consecutive times. Yes, I counted, and it was consecutive. It was that good. I'm not saying that it's as complex as Pretty Little Liars or Scandal or How to Get Away with Murder or Lost. It's not like that, but good recognizes good. Like, you can still be with the wizard the moment you've been waiting for. I'm not saying it's that complex, but it is good. But it's been a while since I watched Heartstopper. I think it was during pandemic that I watched it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch 1 episode each, write my notes, do a video, and then repeat for all 8 episodes. And then at the end, we're gonna do a holistic summary of Heartstopper Season 1, because Season 2 is on the horizon. Yes, we saw the leak still from Netflix Brazil when Nick Nelson and Ben Hope are saying next to each other, tense, like you can cut the tension with a knife, like yeah. So we're excited.
So why am I like this?
So episode 1, called Meet. Now, just before we start, I just want to prelude by saying that I didn't record with this mic on the intro. However, the intro 8 slaps gobbled, so I need to stop saying that because I am not a turkey. Wow. First of all, right off the bat, we get introduced to Mr. Charlie Spring of Trueham Boys Academy. Flop. It was Trueham Boys School, Trueham Boys Grammar School. I literally just watched it half an hour ago. Anyway, he's been introduced. And the first thing that we need to discuss is this flower raven bag, because he's wearing it, he's the main character, he's the protagonist, therefore it is the it bag. Now, when I was in secondary school, the it bag was a shoulder bag, but in my academy, we had like ones with labels on them, like the actual school label. Now, let's discuss. If I actually went to a school that they allowed me wearing just any bag of my choice, people will go for the small ass Nike sports one that you can barely fit even your planner in, yet alone notebooks in. Anyway, we've been introduced to a new character called Ben Hope, and man texted, "Can't wait to see you, X kisses. However, I have a question for the youngins, because I'm nearly 25. I'm basically 25. Do people talk through Instagram? I thought the young ones talk through Snapchat. Like, what is on? Like, back in my days, I'm old. Back in my days, it was BBM. If you're Filipino, BBM means something else. So get that out of the gutter. Moving on from that, man said, "Can't wait to see you." 2 minutes later, actually, can we meet up a break instead? Like, you know, Ben Herb is just starting out feral. He's a felon. He is criminal. He needs to be jailed straight away. Like, when I was in secondary school, if you wanted to do something, you would have done it, and you would have met up with your friends or something like that, or with your SO, your special other, or special someone. But like, you're doing this straight away in the beginning of term? Are you okay? Okay, like, get it together. And also, I love the fact that the gay panic is in the square brackets. I love square brackets. We just love square brackets. Yeah. And we get introduced to this teacher. This teacher is unhinged, unrealistic, and unbothered. I'm bothered though. Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm bothered. I'm teaching. I'm bothered though. Look at my face. I am bothered. Clearly, man's been teaching Lauren Cooper. If you guys know who Lauren Cooper is, that's for the Brits. That's just for the Brits.
I missed a bothered forsooth.
Lauren.
Looketh at my face.
I don't...
Looketh at my face.
Stop it.
Is this the bothered face that is before thee?
Right, I'm calling your parents.
Are you disrespecting the house of Cooper?
And then we get this phenomenal still. The sunshine that is Nicholas Nelson, if you guys are not friends. And we have the leaves, the autumn leaves, or the spring leaves, depending on your palette, of Charlie Spring. And you know, this still reminded me of a Simpsons episode called Homer of Seville, when Homer basically started lying on his back and started singing.
If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in summer.
And it's just like a romantic kind of vibe kind of thing. Like, this is what it is. It is what's envisioning, from my head to yours, from my periphery to yours. If you understand, you understand. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Not everybody fits in the genre. And I just want to give you guys a bit of my A-level English lit analysis over here on this still, when man like Charlie is about to sit down next to man like Nick. Now we have the background of, I am guessing, geology rocks. Otherwise, there's just onions, because there's layers. And you know what? It's a foreshadowing that they're about to unpack layers of things that they need to discover about themselves, like their characteristics, their sexuality, who they like, what they like, etc., etc. And, you know, I love that. I love the Miss Oseman. I love... What is that pronunciation? I need to stop. Anyway, I love that. That little detail. I munched. No crumbs. Purr. This is the first time that Nick Nelson and Charlie Spring said hi to each other. Like, hi. Hi. Like, The Fault in Our Stars, okay. This already has layers on this one. We just talked about layers. Can we just analyze man like Nick's face? Because Charlie is like, oh my gosh, he's saying hi. Like, this is like a meet cute hi. And my personal take of Nick Nelson saying hi is like, WTF, hi, like, what are you doing? Cool. The concern on his face, honestly. And then we get back to this rat called Ben Herb. And he did this thing called this hair back thing. See, I have short hair right now. It's being cut. The cut is good. We love it. Everyone loves it. Everyone screamed. Everyone gagged. But when I used to have, like, when this grows, I'm gonna start, like, I basically do a middle parting, and I do what he does, and that annoys me, and that is scary because he is annoying. I don't want to be annoying. Me and him, we're not built the same. We're not supposed to be in the same genre, and here we are. My note said, girl, jail, end of discussion. No, discussion opened. Ben Hope was asking Charlie Spring, like, oh, like, how's your Christmas, sorry, like, what do you do? And then Charlie was about to describe his Christmas, and then man interrupted. Red flag. We don't do that. We don't do that. And then later on, man wiped his lips. Now, what's the death squad?
Oh, now we gotta
What's
go.
the death squad? We are not having this. This is disgusting behavior. Like, nah, it's not funny. I've got school. Nah, I'm literally in school. It's not funny. Send him back to jail. Send him back to jail. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And then we get the montage of like meet cues. It's like Nick and Charlie saying hi, hi across the hallway and stuff like that. There's something about Nick Nelson. There's something about Kit Connor's smile, like face, like just on one side, like golden retriever vibes. Like people, the production team, Netflix production team, paid the chemists extra to make this chemistry even more chemistry-ic. Honestly, it is making me feral. I just love it. And then they continue doing this of like, no, I'm never help you do your homework. Alice Oseman, you setting up unrealistic standards of meet cutes, and it is not fair because people want this. People want this in IRL, but it is only for online. Like, there is a fine line between fiction and non-fiction, and we just want to use the dash or non-dash fiction to cross out the non and just make everything real. Like, come on. Basically, they bumped into Ben Herb, and Charlie said hi with a smiley face and stuff like that. And like Ben was like, "Why are you saying hi to me? I've really literally never met." Despite the fact they were kissing like 2 periods ago. Like 1 + 1 should be 2, and yet you're out here making sandwiches. No. Run it again. Run it again. Run it again. Oh yeah, and I wrote down the background music when they did the scene. It's like similar to the intro of Brutal by Olivia Rodrigo, and that is so true. You know, it's brutal. Tao has been introduced, and I'm gonna need all the context of whoever got involved in decisioning this.
I'm in the ghetto. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
Where is the justice? Where will the justice be served? Because he's not being served like that. He's being served prison. Y'all need prison for this. The way that Tao straight away identified who Charlie was eyeing out in the field, who was Nick Nelson, is giving sniper vibes. Like, maybe you should work for the Marines. Maybe you should work for Navy. Maybe we're not here for a military complex. Anyway, we're moving on from that. We have the blue gloves as new fashion, and I need a discussion point on this one because Charlie is saying to Nick that, oh, you can make it fashionable, blue gloves. In Heartstopper, it doesn't work, but in Mean Girls, when they cut out, like, on the nipple area, and to make it, like, a fashionable thing, like, sales were through the roof. Sarah was just shook, the way that their sales was just sailing. But here, with the blue gloves thing, it's dumb. It can't be fashion. So I need all the STEM girlies out here to write the formula and just tell me how it worked. Ben Herb saying sorry about yesterday. Please. And then kiss later on. We find out that Ben Herb has a girlfriend. Where is this girlie after this scene? Girl, somebody come get her. I just love the fact that she was just there for convenience of the story and then she dipped. I'm like, girl, get your bag and go, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to be with Ben Herb. Someone call the police because she's been snatched. On the other side, it is absolute carnage out here for Mr. Charlie Spring. Like, here we're being introduced to Tory Springs. Now, this is either the actor's audition to become Wednesday, or it's Alice Oseman colorizing Tim's version of Wednesday, in the sense that Wednesday is no longer black and white, and here she is in full color. Now, I am not a robot, but I cannot spot the difference between these two. I cannot read between the lines like, oh, I already snapped it. Snap, girl. He is a runner, and he is indeed a track star. Okay, here we have the drug book scene. People were doing BSc, MSc, PhD in chemistry into ensuring that this is the bomb-ass chemistry scene that we all love and care. However, what I'm going to say is that Charlie is just so completely deprived of like attention, acknowledgement, self-determination that it's kind of sad, but also at the same time, like, I get it. But it's getting hard to watch, like, Charlie girl, like, pick yourself up a little, like give yourself a bit of narcissism, like let's go, come on. When Nick says, oh, you play the drums, that's so cool, and it's like, really? Like, stop doing the belly pose. When he says, so he's saying, I am small and weak. Maybe it's a switch of me that love this scene, but also at the same time, for legal and for corporate, what we're gonna say is that we love subverting the genre here. We love it. We love to see it. Like, clap for the heavyweight champ. Him. He couldn't do it alone. Them. Now, this particular still, is dull. Because this particular moment is my theory that Nick Nelson fell in love with Charlie Spring. And you know what the lyric over this particular still is? You stole the view of Dover Beach. Where did they end up at the end? Not Dover, but Herne Bay Beach. The foreshadowing of it all. And there's more to come as well at the very end of episode 1. As if we didn't get enough feralness of this episode, Ben Hope comes in again, raging, swinging. But we are so happy for Sebastian for his screen time. So we're just going to let it be. But him out here saying, please, Charlie, I just want to talk. Hey Siri, play begging. But pause. Now, which begging did you immediately thought of? Because it tells which generation you're from. Like, if you're thinking of, like, Amy Winehouse begging, then you're in my generation. But if you're thinking, like, I'm begging you, yeah, ra-ta-ta-ta, then you're of the Gen Z. I thought that was just a great discourse to have. Yeah, discourse over. And you know, the absolute Stockholm syndrome of Charlie out here saying, fine? Like, I get it, you want closure, but you need to close it without saying fine, well, without saying goodbye. You just need to go and dip, like, boy. If you knew what hurt me, why would you say that? This is what I don't miss about secondary school. You're wearing a coat, it's not even cold. I will slap you with the best slipper. Boy, don't even play with me, because you must not know about me. You must not know about me. And you know what Charlie said, sorry? I can have enough of you in a minute, when in fact, he'll be here in a minute. Girl, that was so good. That was actually so good. Like, Beyonce pulled through on that one. We need to discuss about this moment, because this is a good learning moment, especially of those people who are targeted for this audience, not my audience, but for Heartstopper audience, that, you know, it's fine that you're still figuring out your sexuality, but you can be angry over someone because you didn't even care about the feelings. You thought I was feeling you? I was trying to be serious. This essay right here is a big no-no, so learn from this mistake. Don't even make your own mistake. You say sorry a lot. Okay, so yeah, Nick got there on time, stopped the whole thing. You say sorry a lot. And you know what? I find it so funny because this is a very British thing. And I was actually at work like 2 days ago. And my manager was like, talking to someone and said, like, you know, I hate it when people just say sorry all the time and stuff like that. Like, when you don't even need to say, like, necessarily. And then I came in to talk to her and say sorry, but I kind of want to say it. Sorry. But the thing is, like, the difference between British and Canadian sorry is that Canadians like, oh, sorry, like, you do seem polite, but, like, British is like, sorry, but, like, you're cutting off, like, it's rude like that, and I love it. Good job, bro. Oh, girl, bye. Next, please. The focus was on Nick saying, how was school? Yeah, it was normal. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. It's not normal, babe. Stop fighting. Stop it. You're being silly. And also, you hear, like, the birds and the illustration of the birds at the end. Foreshadowing of it all. What did they end up at the end? At the beach where there are seagulls. What's the bird noises that we hear here? Seagulls. But as for the end of episode 1, Meet, the song that I will dedicate for this episode, and which I think summarizes this episode, is from Rex Orange County's Never Enough. No explanation, just listen to it. It's when you lose the one you love, You might find it hard to cry until it's only you. And everybody else has left the room. You might feel what it's like